was most outlandishly patched together, with ribbons of silk and tags of leather, chains of silver and buttons of stone, and knobs of amber and polished rare bone, and a turquoise brooch and a collar of jade, a belt and a pouch of richest brocade. Strapped by his side was his gleaming dagger, with inlaid blade, with jeweled handle of burnished gold, Rakishly strapped in the red scarf's fold. Whence had he come there? Who could say, as he swung through Danbury town that day, with a friendly light in his deep-set eyes, and his free wild gait and his upright bearing, his air about that nothing could well surprise. So bright was he here, so bold and daring. And now and again he'd stop to troll out a stave of music that seemed to roll from the innermost depths of his ardent soul. And the wind took hold of the notes as he tossed them, and the fortunate few who chanced to be near enough to hear him lost them. Of the notes as he tossed them, and the fortunate few who chanced to be near enough to hear him lost them. He stopped as though affixed, affrighted, stopped as though affixed, affrighted, stopped and stared, his deep gaze centered on what was seen, a dream's illusion through the streaming glass, mid the weird confusion of objects littered on both shelf and floor, and about the counter and by the door there were rusty daggers and battered breastplates and jugs of pewter and carved oak cases with china monsters with hideous faces, and cracked old plates that had once been best, and needle covers and such old wivery discarded with wonderful chess men made from ivory, cut glass bottles for wines and brandy, sticks once flourished by bucks and dandies. There were deep old glasses they drank enough in, and golden boxes they took their snuff in, rings that flashed on a gallant's knuckles, seals and lockets and shining buckles, watches sadly in need of menders, blackened fire dogs and dented fenders, prints and pictures and quaint knick-knackery, rare old silver and mere gimcrackery. Such was this old dusty shop, and in its middle stood a rusty old man holding a dusty old fiddle, a fiddle that once belonged to the old vagabond. The vagabond bowed and the old man bowed, and then the vagabond spoke aloud. "Sir," he said, "we are two for a trade, each to the other planned and made, to come to a fair agreement and share on that fiddle you have there." So said, so done, and our weird man was again in the raging rain and wind with his friend, the violin. Swift through the twisting streets he passed to come to steady your hearts for hours of joy. To his cheek and jutting chin, straight he fitted the violin, and rounding his arm in a movement in grace, touched the strings and began to play. There hasn't been heard since the world spun round such a thrillingly marvelous blend of sound. It streamed, it flamed, it rippled and blazed, and now it reproached and now it praised, and the liquid notes of which it wove a scheme that was one half life and one half dream. Again it scaled in a rush of fire the glittering peaks of high desire. Now foiled and shattered it rose again, and plucked at the souls and hearts of all. And still as it rose the sleet came down in the market square of Danbury town. And oh, with what a solemn tender strain the long-drawn music eased the townsfolk's hearts of pain, and gave them visions of divine contentment, green fields, happy valleys far away, with rippling streams and sunshine, and the scent of bursting buds, with such flowers who bloom in May. So for the magic hours, the music rushed, then faded to a close, and all was hushed, and the transcended people awoke to look about them, and fell to never wondering what could have brought them alive on such a night of wind and piercing sleet, exposed with clear thoughts and ecstatic hearts, something they knew which had chased away their heavy sadness. And for the years to come they may still keep rest, as if from a morning sleep some broken gleam of half-remembered gladness.